I use a lot of charging stations. I have them everywhere, on my studio desk, on my regular desk, and next to my bed. Almost every device that you can buy nowadays comes with a USB-C port. It's essential to have a charging station to charge on the go. But all these charging stations have one major flaw. That's why the new charging station from AOHI is the best charging station on the market right now. I have been using it for almost 3 weeks, and I'll share my thoughts on this video. Stick around. First, let's see what's in the box. You get the main unit itself, cable, and some paperwork. The charging station itself is built really well, and you can feel it immediately. It weighs in at 750 grams, which is fantastic because it means it sticks to your desk or nightstand no matter how many cables you have plugged to it. On the front, you have 4 USB-C ports. One of them delivers a 240 watts as it supports PD 3.2 protocol, while the remaining 3 are capable of delivering 140 watt each. However, the overall power is capped at 280 watts. On top, you have a screen that shows you all kinds of information and also doubles as a nightstand clock, and it can also show weather information, dates, and so on. On the side, you have 2 additional USB-A ports and a button to navigate the menu. 1 click means next, and 2 clicks means OK or confirm. On the back, you have the main power port, which accepts both 120 volts and 240 volts. The device is capable of connecting to Wi-Fi. You do that by downloading the AOHI app, which also gives you access to additional features like monitoring the device temperature or downloading the new firmware when it's available, similar to what you do on your smartphone. So far, so good. I'm extremely happy with the build quality and the features. I'm not exaggerating when I say this is the best charging station or desktop charger. I have used AOHI products before, and they are truly excellent in both design and quality. You see, the problem with most desktop chargers is they claim to have an X amount of wattage, like this one here that claims to have 600 watts. And although it is true, it should come with an asterisk. That's because you can only get up to 140 watts per port. For most people, they may not worry about going over 140 watts because most devices charge at about 45 watts, which is plenty enough. But the newer laptops and even some smartphones do support higher charging speeds. Another problem I have is that the speeds vary between upper and lower ports. The port on top usually delivers the highest amount of power, and it goes down as you keep going. Some of them do come with a screen that shows wattage, and some don't. AOHI addresses all these problems and then some. First of all, you can charge a single device of up to 240 watt using port number 1, which to my knowledge no other charging station can do, or at least can do with similar specs like a screen and the build quality. And the remaining ports supports up to 140 watt each, meaning if you have a device that charges at 140 or less, it doesn't matter which cable you plug it into. It also fixes the weight problem. Most of these chargers you see are stuck in place with adhesive to stop them from being pulled off the desk. The additional features that I really like, the fact that when not in use, it still serves as a bedside clock. The ability to turn on and off a specific port using the app. This is useful for when you don't want to damage a device by keeping it plugged at all times. This can be done remotely as the charging station connects to Wi-Fi independently, meaning you don't need the app to be connected to the same Wi-Fi to execute these commands. You have several charging modes to choose from, but what I like is the ability to limit the charging speed to preserve battery health. This can be done using the custom option from the app. In the beginning of the video, I said most of the chargers that I tried before have one fatal flaw. You might not notice it at first, but you will eventually do. When you have a device plugged and is being charged, and you add another device to be charged, the charger disconnects and stops charging the first device for a moment to try and calculate how much power each device needs. It doesn't sound like a big deal, but when you connect a device that doesn't have a battery like a portable screen, which I happen to be doing all the time, this can be extremely frustrating and can also lead to losing some work. I use Samsung DeX quite a lot during the evening time using a portable monitor, and every time I plug in a new device to be charged, I have to wait for a few seconds for the power to kick back in. AOHI is the first and only charger that I tried that does not disconnect and can calibrate the power needed for new devices while continuing to deliver power to existing devices. This doesn't fully explain why you have the word AI printed on the box, but it does make some sense now. At the time of releasing the video, the future AI PD 3.2 280 watt retails for around $169, and it comes with an 18-month warranty, and they do deliver worldwide. I will have some links for the product along some discount codes if I can find some in the description. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.